Okay.
Now we're there.
HUD will require a 6-month reserve to be held for the duration of the loan. If your client was informed of that, the answer is that's probably there. I know that puts an unfair burden on them. It doesn't come out of the surplus cash calculation. So if they were told that, let me just say this. HUD can require it. It doesn't mean that HUD will in every case. So the new rule, the final rule, said, look, we will not require it in every case, but we can require it when we want it. So you have to negotiate. That's a negotiation issue right then and there, folks. So when you get ready to do the deal, the client should be able to negotiate that amount. You know, you're really just addressing HUD's concerns that you can't, float the project. I have talked to a couple who said they've got one, but it doesn't mean that it says HUD can do it, but it doesn't mean that HUD will do it. That's their kind of authority, I guess, to say it that way. However, the field office, or not the field office, OHP decides what to do. But yeah, why should it be held against the client? Well, hell, why should we have surplus cash? Why should we have a regulatory agreement? Because Daddy said we could, and Frodo's now in trouble.
Don't they get this reserve out of the refi proceeds?
They can fund the reserve from the refi, yes. But it stays there. It's not intended to come off very soon.
Still, could be serious money, Les.
So 6 months could be serious money. I understand. Orange.
This is a lender or just a insurer of the loan?
HUD's insurer.
HUD insured. So
sure.
HUD, I know HUD has failed in the arguments with us anyways on this issue, because we cited the debt covenants, and the debt covenants do not require this. And that is one thing you have to stand up, because these PMs who are requesting this, they don't read the documents. So that's why it is important to fight them on this. If it is not required in the thing, and on a LIHTC deal, obviously it is funded from the proceeds anyways. They have us put it in the debt service.
Well, yeah, now you're mixing LIHTC into it. That's another conversation. But when HUD says they can, under these new agreements, they can require a DSR if they want it.
But how many? 90% of the projects are with old regulatory agreements right now. So we have to follow the debt.
By the way, this said OSR. Did HUD tell you they were going to take? Did they want an operating reserve or just a debt service reserve? What did they call it? Who's here?
That's my question. It was a debt service reserve.
Okay, debt service. And under the new deals, they have the ability, they say, to do that. But, mixing LIHTC in with it, all that, again, it becomes a negotiation point, and they need to pay attention to what's going on there.
But the bottom line is that it's not mandatory, you're saying?
It's not mandatory for every deal, no. It's when HUD decides to implement it because the economics of the deal make them nervous. Now, they get nervous a lot, so I don't know what that means.
So, but truth be told, in a way, you answered part of my question with this on a different point, because if you're going to be subject to this regulation, then you're probably going to be in the new agreement.
Yeah, you're gonna get,
right, so you'll have the modified surplus cash already. So the truth is that the client maybe will not feel the burden that, oh, I tied up so much money with HUD, because the truth is they could pull out whatever they want.
Right.
well, up to surplus cash to the next calculation. Yes.
Going through, month by month.
Because if you have this, well, I can't guarantee this, that if you have this, you would get a new surplus cash calculation. I can't guarantee that until the new forms are always in place, but that should be the case, yes. After April 9th, it will all be the case.
Mm-hmm. Okay, thanks.
More? Next?
Next.
Okay, next.